we are in Birmingham New Street Station and we are putting together a cycle or a group of songs that teenagers from around Birmingham have composed, all commemorating Holocaust Memorial Day.
So today we are singing a song for the Holocaust, and we've been preparing this for like weeks, and now we're just rehearsing it, and tomorrow is going to be the performance.
So it's a huge privilege. The students have worked so hard, trying to understand the testimony, as deeply as they have. So it's a huge privilege to be able to do this in such a place where we've got massive exposure.
The kids are always fantastic to work with every year. They pull it out the bag, they do brilliantly. And this year in particular, we've done a lot more on education, so they've understood what the Holocaust really means in relation to how they experience it and feel it too. So I think there's much deeper understanding and appreciation of what the survivors went through, and through that the echoes that have been created through these songs with Birmingham Opera Company are a lot stronger.
Side, really flat, shoulder level.
I think they've learned a lot, both in terms of performance practice, but also in terms of the history behind the Holocaust survivors' testimonies, the history of the world, and a bit more about compassion and empathy.
I think it's one of those things where you allow the young people to experience lots of little bits and pieces of this, from the stage management, the tech side, composers around. Just letting them see all of it happening out in the open is wonderful.
So we started the entire creative process by trying to begin to understand what the Holocaust was, what it meant to people, not just in terms of facts, but really in terms of emotion, to really understand survivor testimony. We went through a process of listening to their experiences of different emotions, so sadness, grief, terror, despair, but also hope and courage. And that's a real key theme of the piece, is that it's the spark of hope that kept them going in the face of such despair. And it's the spark of hope that will help us to make sure that this never happens again.
While you're all here, Harry's come down to say hello. So I think we should welcome Harry with a massive, massive round of applause from Echo China to say how grateful we are that you're here, Harry.
Lovely to see you all together here in a fantastic place as well. Fantastic. I could hear you still rehearsing as well, so it was absolutely fantastic.
And Harry's staying for the performance, and he'll be up there, so make sure you do a wonderful performance. So give him a lovely round of applause, make him feel very, very welcome.
I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also excited because I get to show people what the Holocaust was about and make sure that it doesn't happen again.
The songs are really powerful. Omar and the children have done a really great job. I think you'll see from the responses today, everyone's going to be really moved by the lyrics and the music, but also hopefully hopeful and joyful at the end.
If I'm being honest, quite emotional because it's just such a sad subject. I just feel like it's like really showing respect when we dance it.
I'll feel happy because I know that people have listened to us and we've been able to tell people what this is about.
We're doing this to show people that we're not going back to those times, that those times are over, and that we're here for a new era.
Well, I want future generations to remember what happened during the Holocaust, in which 6 million innocent people were murdered by the German Nazis, and among them my own family. And I want future generations and present generations to learn about it and never to forget it.
The abuse is going on the whole time, countless lives, too many to describe. I really enjoyed the craftsmanship of I think it was a cuckoo bird. The craftsmanship was amazing. I also liked the interaction with the crowd. I ended up getting a few souvenirs here and there. And I just really enjoyed that although they weren't that communicating with us, you could still really feel what they were trying to portray to us through the way they sang. All the things that sang tonight were beautiful. The instrumentals were beautiful. Even when they weren't playing, we could still feel that they really, they wanted us to know, and I just felt amazing, yeah.
And the work was fantastic. So well done to everybody. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? Like, we hear little bits of rehearsal through school, we hear little bits what the kids say, but then when you come to this space that's usually so full of busy people that don't have time to think, that are going somewhere, they're not stopping, they're not communicating, and then everybody stopped. At some point, I turned around and everywhere was full of people stopping, listening to our children's voices, and that was just, got to make you proud.
I thought it was just amazing, like how much they've been through, like the pain they've been through, and although they wasn't talking to us, like my sister said, they were just showing us how much they've been through and how much everyone been through and the trauma it had cost them.
Oh, they were beautiful, like really poignant, and it gave you that sense of empathy to feel what it was like to be in that situation. And I mean, one could never really understand, even with the testimonies of survivors, what it meant to be in that. But you could really understand how harrowing it was, and the songs really gave you that spirit of hope, and within the darkness, if you get what I'm saying, in the respect that people were able to hold on to hope and to survive and to testify and to talk about the fact that they were able to survive, that the triumph of the human spirit and of the best of humanity in one of the darkest and worst times of human experience. So yeah, they were beautiful. Yeah.